If you've ever imported a loop or a sample into your GarageBand project, but then wanted to change the pitch of that loop, this is the video for you. I'm going to show you how to use the NewPitch plugin, which is going to let us change the pitch of our loop here in GarageBand. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete. This is Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record, and release your best music. And now, if you're using loops and samples here in GarageBand, one of the frustrating things that you've probably noticed is that unlike Apple loops, so if we go into our loops and we use Apple loops, we can transpose these. We can change the pitch and also the speed of those loops, and they'll beat match to our tempo. Now, the issue with importing a loop is you need to make sure you know the tempo that you're importing to, because we can't actually stretch out the time. There's no time stretching capability with a WAV file that you import. However, we can adjust the pitch using the NewPitch plugin. So that's what we're going to jump in and show you now. Now, if you're newer to GarageBand and you haven't played with loops or importing files before, it's really simple. You go to your files here, you tap on the browse button, you find the file somewhere on your iPhone or iPad, you import it, and then you can drag it straight in to your project here. And there's a video linked up the top and down in the description that shows you exactly how to get that done. So here's the situation. I've got a project here with 3 tracks. This is a loop that I've actually imported, a synth loop, and you can see there it's 172 BPM and it starts on an F, so that's important to keep in mind. I've then got Jasper, our auto drummer here on the drums, and then I've sung a vocal over the top. So at the moment it sounds like this. I've been walking for a long, long time. And what you can hear there is that the pitch of this is actually too low for my vocal range. I actually want to bring it up, and this is where our NewPitch plugin is going to help out. So let's jump in and show you how we can use this on this loop. So we have the track selected. We'll tap on the mixer icon here. It's in the top left here. It may be in the top right if you're on a smaller iPhone. We're going to go down to plugins and EQ, and then we're going to tap on the edit button here. We're going to tap one of the green pluses here, go over to audio unit extensions, and then scroll on down until we find the NewPitch plugin from Apple. And there it is. It's on our track. So now if we tap on this orange icon here, here is our plugin. And let's jump in and tell you what these settings actually do. So the first setting here is our pitch scale, and it's measured in cents, and 100 cents is 1 semitone. So if you want to go up 1 semitone, we scroll this carefully up, and here's the first problem you'll notice is it's really inaccurate. So if you are someone like me who likes things to be spot on, it's not really going to work out that great for you. So that's the first warning there. But say we wanted to go up 7 semitones up here. So the F would go up to a C. Then we can drag it up and get it as close as possible to that. But again, it's going to be super hard to actually get it dialed in to exactly the right one. If we can get it close, let's get it to like, there we go, 698.5. Now if we hit done and we come out here and just solo this track and hit play, it's shifted that pitch up. If we turn the plugin off and back on, so it's adjusting the pitch. Now, you'll probably hear there's some artifacts that get introduced, and that's the other warning with this, is that it may actually introduce some artifacts to your sound. However, that is where the overlap can actually help you out. So what overlap is going to do is if you're finding that you're getting some choppiness, you can increase the amount of overlap, and that will actually help out. Let's hit play on this one and I'll show you what I mean. So with the overlap up, it is smoother, but you start getting a little bit of chorusing effect. So what you want to do is find the balance, because if we go right down on this, we start getting more of a choppy effect. Let's listen to that. So what you want to do is find a point for the overlap somewhere around the middle that's going to give you a good balance and the best quality of sound. Keeping in mind that you are using digital processing to take an analog signal and pitch shift it. So it's pretty cool. It's doing some pretty good processing under the hood, but it's not going to be perfect. So keep that in mind when you're dialing in your overlap. And finally, I'm going to be super honest, peak locking, I cannot find any documentation on, and I really don't know what it does. But when you tap on it, you can change it from 0 to 1, and it does impact the sound. So with it on 0 here, it sounds like that. If we change it back to 1, it sounds slightly different. So just play with that, and whichever one sounds the best is the one to go with. I know I don't always say that. I like to have the information for you, but sometimes you just play with it, and whatever sounds the best is what you go with. So we'll hit done on that one. Now, we've got a couple of options here. If I wanted to, what I could do is grab my vocal here and do the exact same thing. So I could come in here, we'll just remove this effect EQ, we'll add in the audio unit extension, we'll scroll down, we'll add in new pitch, we'll tap on that one, and then we'll drive this up, see how close we can get it to 700 this time. Not quite. We'll use my finger instead of the mouse, which actually seems to be more accurate. There we go. I think that was the same as what we had before. We'll put the overlap up around about there. Now let's just come out here and solo this one. Here's my vocal pitch shifted up.
I've been walking for a long, long time, but I can't find my peace of mind.
Now, hopefully this is instantly going to show you why you generally don't want to use pitch shifting on vocals. You end up sounding like a weird chipmunk. There is a vocal transformation plugin, which I'll link up the top and in the description, which does a better, if not perfect job for pitch shifting vocals, but I don't recommend the NewPitch plugin on my vocals. So what I'm going to do though, however, is now that I've changed the pitch of these, let's re-record these vocals and see if we can get a better sound that's closer to my range. So we're going to tap on this vocal track, we're going to duplicate it out, we're going to mute the original one, and let's sing this in and see if we can get a better sound. I've been walking for a long, long time. I can't find my peace of mind. Okay, I think we were a little bit loud on that. I'm just using the built-in microphone. Yeah, probably a little bit peaky there. We'll turn the volume down on that one. But now, if we listen back to this. I've been walking for a long, long time. You can hear there that it's sounding a lot better. It's definitely much more in my range, and I could actually change that by pitch shifting that loop. And now I know that instead of it starting on an F, it's going to start on a C. So anything else I use in this, if I come in and add in some keyboards or guitars or any other instruments, I can keep that in mind that I'm going to need to be in the right pitch to match this loop. There you go. I hope you found this useful. The NewPitch plugin can be pretty handy, especially if you're bringing in melodic loops, melodic samples, and sounds into your GarageBand project. There's 2 more videos linked down below with some other great plugins. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking or tapping on the Studio Live Today icon, and I'll see you next time.